Good afternoon. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what we saw on our first module, that was Social Sciences and Development. I'm going to talk about what I learned from the 5 different topics that we saw. Okay, for the first thing that we saw was the conceptualization of social sciences and a brief story of social sciences. Another thing that we saw was the knowledge. Now, what does knowledge mean? Well, knowledge is the information that it's stored through intuition. There are also 5 different types of knowledge, which I'm going to mention right now. Our first type of knowledge is intuitive. This is the knowledge that you acquire through senses. The second knowledge is the empirical. This knowledge is based on experience. The third knowledge is the magic religious. The magic religious knowledge is the one based on beliefs or faith. Our fourth knowledge is the philosophical. This knowledge is the one generated from a reflection, and it offers explanations using reason and rational arguments. Our last knowledge is the scientific knowledge, and this one is a type of knowledge that is constantly looking for laws and principles explaining phenomena through verification and experimentation. So those were the 5 different types of knowledge that we have. We also talk about scientific, French, and industrial revolution. The scientific revolution was a movement arose in Europe that sought to regulate society on scientific principles and leave the magical religious beliefs behind. The French Revolution was a social and political movement that emerged in 1789 and began a new political era in Europe. The next revolution was the Industrial Revolution. It was a movement that initiated the growth of capitalism and socialism. The next topic that we saw were history, economics and political science, and sociology and anthropology. For studying history, there are 3 different methods, which are hypothetical and deductive method, inductive method, and historical materialism. I'm going to say the definitions of those 3 different methods. Our first method is the hypothetical deductive method. This method is the one that establishes that hypotheses are invented creatively and have their own origin from a problem. The second method is the inductive method. This method is the one by which hypotheses are obtained. For our last method is the historical materialism. This is a very simple method. That is the method that investigates human society as a result of productive activity. Next, I'm going to talk about political science. The political science releases directly to the branch that holds power, or the way it holds the power. The science seeks to identify, analyze, explain, and criticize the political processes taking place in a society, considering what kind of government as a society has, how it was formed, and how individuals attain position of power within particular government. For last, I'm going to talk about the sociology and anthropology. The sociology is the systematic and scientific study of human social life. Sociologists study how people form groups and how they interact with each other. The anthropology is a science that studies human behavior in its social character, and it studies individual cultures in a society. The object of study of anthropology is the human being in society as a creative of culture. So, teacher, I hope this video is correct, and thanks for your attention.